Everyone, you're probably wondering what the kids are on about. They want to know when they can have the lollies, okay? It's important. Nice to see you. I mean, it's a small group, but it's really good because you can ask lots of questions, okay? I'm going to summarize a little bit, but I'm going to spend a lot more time on the way we think. Because the way we think will actually determine what comes out at the other side, okay? So, I need to put this to my mouth. Is that better? Sounds good? All right. Now, I've got 3 helpers at the back, and I need them up the front, please. And bring, yeah, okay. Come along, all 3. I've got 3 helpers. This is 1. That's Tice. This boy is Aiden. This is my youngest son. And this boy is Brendan, my oldest son. Now they're going to do something special. They're very special to me too. They're going to do something special for you. They've got some chocolates for you. All right, boys, you can go and distribute to everyone. Okay. Yeah, you can go and get the chocolates around. Now that's to keep you awake, okay? So let's get that clear. Okay, things to do to build wealth. Yesterday we spoke a bit about how you can build wealth, property or securities or, deposits, that sort of stuff. And I thought I'll spend a bit of time talking about what we can do to earn more money, only because most of us sell our time for money. Right? Very few people actually own their businesses or run a business. So, ask me questions as we go along, okay? Things to do to increase your income. Get to work an hour earlier. Why do you think you would get to work an hour earlier? Have you ever thought of doing that?
I used to get to work early to make the rest of the day more predictable and easier.
Very good, then that's true.
Boss takes notice.
The boss takes notice. Very good. Very good. See, often we go to work from a different paradigm thinking, we're going to put in the 8 hours and we're going to get paid. If you put in 8 hours for the salary, that's all you're ever going to get. People expect promotions and then they say they'll perform. Doesn't work like that. You perform and you get the promotion. It's very simple, okay, but we come from a different place. Give more than is expected. Give more than is expected. Do you expect a lot? Then give a lot. If your boss expects you to do something, do it in a positive way. I've dealt with lots and lots of people. And it's very clear when people want to be involved and want to contribute, and people who are moving away. So there's 2 ways to look at life. You're either moving towards life, or you're moving away from life. So when you talk to people, listen to what they're saying, and judge whether they're moving away or towards. Be friends with the people who are moving towards life, because they're going to pull you towards life. But people who are moving away from life, be polite, but don't go down their path. Okay? So tell me something about moving towards life. What do you think is involved in moving towards life?
Respecting others.
Respecting others? Working hard? Yes, absolutely. Having a can-do attitude, willing to help, nothing is too hard. Yep. Okay. Work for the highest ranking person in the organization. I have lots of graduates that come through, and the ones that do the best don't really do the work that they're qualified to do, but they work for the highest person. So you might come in as an engineer or an economist or whatever it is, But if you're a PA to the managing director, that sounds incongruous, isn't it? That's not what you trained for. But if you work for the highest ranking person and you do well, guess what will happen? You never climb the ladder. You leapfrog. Have you ever noticed that? Yeah? Take it from me, always work for the highest ranking person, not necessarily the qualifications you have. The qualifications give you skills to do things. But it's just, your qualification is just an opportunity to get started. Okay? Take opportunities as they come. How many of us do that? Or we get scared to take the opportunities?
Well, sometimes you might be oblivious to all your opportunities.
Very good. Sometimes you're oblivious to your opportunities. And why do you think you're oblivious to your opportunities? You got your eyes closed? You got a closed mind? Or you haven't been able to expand your mind enough to see the opportunity? Okay, there's nothing wrong with you, it's just that's how it is. That's why we should always be on a constant learning process. Because we're going to develop the way we see the world and see the opportunities. Be prepared to move. If someone asks you to move from one place to the other, I mean, if you have family, then it's not possible. But if it is possible, be prepared to move, because it shows the type of person you are. Flexible, willing to do things, and make a difference. Be a can-do person. If someone tells you, can you do something? I often hear people saying, but this is not, possible, or that's not possible, or it's too difficult, or the people are wrong people, or whatever it is. That's not the question. The question is not about other people, but can you do something? So reflect on that, please. Be a can-do person. Because if you say you can do, whoever is asking you to do it will help you do it. Okay? And guess what happens when they help you to do it? They become your mentor, and they don't want you to fail either.
They're dragging you towards life.
They're dragging you towards life. Absolutely. Got that. Okay, excellent. Now, meet deadlines. So what if you have to stay up 24 hours a day to meet a deadline? What's going to happen? Are you going to die? No. Okay. Are you going to be tired? Yes. So what can you do? Have a good night's sleep after that. Okay, meeting deadlines is very important, because often someone asks for you to meet a deadline because they've made a commitment. So if you don't deliver, they have a problem, right? And they lose faith. Now, losing faith is a very Eastern thing, but believe me, it happens in Australia too. No boss wants surprises, and no boss wants his deadlines to be not achieved. Okay? So, meet deadlines. Go out of your way. Everyone who goes out of their way to deliver is recognized. You may not get the reward immediately, but you will get a reward. Firstly, you get a reward straight away because you have achieved the deadline. Right? You have done something, you pushed yourself to make something happen. But the bosses do remember. Okay, make an above average income. And the way to make that above average income is to make sure that the bosses recognize your capability and willingness. Often people are not interested in your qualifications. They're interested in your willingness. You know, having a university degree or something like that doesn't guarantee that you have the right attitude and the aptitude to do the work. So don't let educational qualifications hold you back. If someone gives you an opportunity, do it. There are lots of people who don't have a university degree who run companies, who are directors of companies. It's because they got in and did something. Okay, so just some quick things about how to do better at work and therefore earn more money at work. Any other things you'd like to think, please, or say? Yeah.
I find it all starts from that getting to work an hour early. When I'm the hour early, wherever I've been, whether it's South Australia, Melbourne, or here in Sydney, it's you're cool, calm and collected when the others enter the office, and you set the atmosphere. You can meet your deadlines, you're prepared to move, and you can do whatever they need you to do because you're already organised for the day.
Thank you for that. So did you hear that? Getting there early helps you center yourself, be prepared and organized so your day flows easier too. Others can be flustered and do whatever they want to do, but you don't have to be.
And I suppose bring that back to a spiritual start the day with God, the hour early as well. Before I leave for work, start my day with God.
Thank you for that. So did you hear that bit too? Start your day earlier, connecting with God. Yes.
My son does exactly that, and for his quotas, he's running at about just under 200%. He does almost double what he has to do.
Thank you for that. And test it out for yourself. Don't believe what I'm saying. Test it out for yourself. Do it for a month and see if it makes a difference. What do you have to lose? Nothing. Maybe 1 hour a day. That's it, if you're looking at it like that. Any other comments? Thank you for that. That's really good insight. Okay, let's do the next one. Things to do to build wealth. We spoke about a few of these things yesterday. Practice a financially viable skill. Now, I know this sounds a bit mercenary. If you want to make money, you need to be able to either earn more money, have a business, and invest well. So, practice a financially viable skill. In my travels, I travel to many countries, and I often hear people, and especially in the States, and this really surprised me. You know, people might specialize in vocals. And so they don't want to do anything else, they want to be vocalists. And they sing on Sabbath, and of course they get paid because they are professional in what they do, but they're always struggling for income. Yeah, so choose a profession. Of course, if you're a good vocalist and you break into the pop scene, you probably make lots of money. But if you're doing it because you have a passion for it, you may not earn the income. Now, there are lots of professions that don't earn big bucks. Okay, I can run through a whole of that. And the reason for that is there are a lot of people in that area. So there's heaps of supply and limited demand. So just think about that when you're looking or you're advising kids about professions. Of course, don't channel people in an area that they're not good at or they don't like, because that makes a huge difference. But choose an area where the skills are valuable. Do things that others don't like to do. Okay? Usually you get paid more when people don't like that, and often it's something where you have to concentrate and apply yourself and really push yourself. Okay? Okay, invest a big part of your savings in a side business or investments. So whenever you're working, think of what you can do to enhance what you're doing. If you're just earning, as you spoke about yesterday, and you're balancing your budget, you're going to go nowhere fast. You've got to have a surplus to invest that. Invest the rest safely. So have any other money that you have safely. Because sometimes when you go into businesses and investments, it can be risky. So don't put all of your money into risky things, right? You need to balance what you do with your funds. Increase your financial knowledge. Make it a challenge to you, or make a commitment to finding out more about finances. The more you know, the better decisions you're going to make. It's like everything. The more you focus on something, you're going to get that. It's very easy to focus on family relationships, kids or whatever, because they're there all the time and you get your rewards from there. But if you want financial rewards, you need to focus in that area. The more knowledge you have, the better results you're going to get. Understand your beliefs about money. What are your beliefs about money? Do you really believe that money is the root of all evil? The love of money. You know, we shouldn't misunderstand what the Bible says, because money is a blessing, because you can use it for lots of things. Okay, so think about what your paradigm is about money. Often we use that sort of comment because we don't want to push ourselves. That's an excuse not to make money. Okay? But nowhere in the Bible does it say don't make money. It's the love of money. Okay, associate with successful people. If you find people who have achieved professionally, financially, talk to them. Because they will give you insights into what needs to be done. Okay, ask questions. What happens when you ask questions? You should get answers? Yes, you do get answers. And what sort of questions should you ask?
The right ones.
Yes, but what is the right question? How do you ask right questions?
Research.
You can research.
Show the person your motives, what you want to achieve through your question.
That's true. Very good. But let me give you two words. How or why. If you start your questions with why, you're going to find all the negative reasons why something has happened. If you ask how, then you're going to get different answers. How can I do something? Not why did this happen?
So how's more before you achieve it or go about achieving it in the beginning rather than having a post-mortem after?
Well, even if you haven't, if something has gone wrong, you can still ask the question, how can I change this?
Right.
Okay, so please remember it's words that's important because your brain responds to words in a different way. So ask, how can I do something rather than why? Okay? Ask for help and guidance. People are more than willing to give you help if you ask. People can't read your mind. If people are successful, they're more than happy to tell you what they've done. They can't give you the recipe for success for you, but you can learn from other people. Okay? Any other thoughts?
Yeah, starting the month with paying my tithe for the month. In trust that I'm going to get that money for the month.
Okay, that's another concept. Pay in advance your tithe, in other words, what you're saying. Okay? Now, many of you may not have heard of that concept, but it works for you. Yeah? Just think about tithe. What do you think about when you think of tithe? You have to give a tenth of your money. Is that how you think?
What was covered the other night, is it a restriction or is it to be abundant?
Correct. It's how you think about this. If tithe is an issue to you, then you must rethink your values and beliefs. Okay? Whatever God has put in place is for our benefit. We don't always want to see it like that, but that is really the truth. So let me stop for a couple of minutes here while you think, and I'll do the last session because I've got another 30 minutes, but the next one is going to be really good because it's looking at beliefs. If we can change our beliefs, we are going to get different results. So just give me a second while I change the camp battery.
Tyson would like to go and collect the rubbish from people, so he can do that now.
Okay, you can do that now. Yeah, thank you.